hello. All right, we're good, we're good, we're good. Where is the guest, please? Can someone get him?
This is TVC Sports Center, live.
Right, welcome. It's a Thursday edition of your regular sports show, Sports Center, where we'll bring you to speed with all the latest in sport. I am Ikechukwu Obiene. First, let's look at some of the stories making the headlines in sports. All right, welcome back. Now, I'm not alone in the studio. Of course, I've been joined by Eddie Achibong, a sports journalist. Good to have you with us, Eddie.
Thank you very much, Akit. Thank you for having me.
All right, now let's look at some of the stories. Nigeria's national team coach Sondo Lise has given invited foreign-based players August the 31st deadline to report to camp ahead of next month's qualifier against Tanzania. The coach invited 18 foreign-based players to join 23 others from the domestic league for the clash on the 5th of September. Meanwhile, the Eagles, made up of domestic league players, will now face an unnamed side in a friendly encounter on Thursday. That's today in Abuja. Eddie, well, the Tanzania coach has been talking tough anyway. That, of course, he respects the experience that Sunday Oliseh is bringing on. He hasn't played at top level, but he respects his experience and all of that. As they say, no minnows in football anymore.
Yeah, if you cast my mind back, precisely I think 1988, I was a young man in class 1 when Tanzania came to the National Stadium in Surulere. They expected to be rooted, and the match ended 1-1. And that's a long time, about 24 years ago. And right now, like you rightly said, there's no minnows in modern football. And Tanzania, because they're a relatively unknown quantity in African football, if you look at that perspective, as it were. But coming again, the Stars to the Super Eagles of Nigeria, I expect that they are going to be a dominant force. But experience have showed that the last time we did not qualify for the Gabon, Equatorial Guinea, as a defending champion. We did not qualify because we were placed in a very easy group that comprised South Africa, Sudan, and Congo. And don't forget, for 33 years, Congo came to Nigeria and defeated us in Calabar. So this time around, and Oliseh, this is going to be a kind of a baptism of fire for him for the very first time.
and Nigeria,
and everybody are working and are looking and waiting to see what will come out in Dar es Salaam. Next week Saturday. But my concern is that the number of players that was invited, 23 home-based players at the end, and maybe 5 will just cut their teeth in that national team. But you don't invite players.
So you think he couldn't? He shouldn't have invited.
He should have invited as many as 23 because you don't recruit players for the national team as if you are recruiting for immigration, employment. Because these players, the only thing that they gain, in my own opinion, is that maybe they come allowance because they are not being paid in their respective clubs. So at the end of the day, they are not going to make these teams, and their clubs, you understand, are suffering because these players are not there for them. Because I'm sure the 18 best foreign players that are coming, they are going to go to Tanzania.
All right, Eddie, we've got plenty of time, but you fancy our chances against Tanzania, don't you?
Of course, the match that we should win, we should be optimistic, but not recklessly optimistic anyway, because they also have something to a team that you don't know what they are coming with. You understand? And most of those players are domestic league players
who understand one another.
You understand their terrain. And these Nigerian players, most of them are coming in for the very first time, and they are going to play for the first time. And our coach is also coming for the very first time, so it's going to be dicey.
All right, Bolawo Salami may not travel to Dar es Salaam as we're here with the rest of the Super Eagles for the all-important 2017 Africa Cup of Nations qualifier against the Taifa Stars of Tanzania. Salami's plans of featuring in the match, which comes up next month, may hit the rocks if nothing is done immediately to get his international passport out of the Norwegian embassy. Salami submitted his passport at the Norwegian embassy after his agent reportedly got him a deal with the club in the top flight league with the hope that everything will be tidied up within this August transfer window. The 3 weeks stipulated for the visa to be ready have elapsed with no word from the embassy, Eddie.
Well, it's very sad because the news emanating from his club in Warri shows that he has an ankle injury. And injury is part of the game, it's inevitable. But then when it happened at this crucial time, it's very, very sad for Balahon, who have been a very potential figure in Nigeria, not just the national team, but the league as well. Don't forget the last match we played, against Chad. He scored the first goal. Yeah. And he have that quality, but I think he will be greatly missed. And don't forget yesterday to Ahmed Musa, after scoring the goal, they have taken his team CSK to the group stage of the Champions League. It was such a toward the end of the match, and now we don't know is the situation. So that was
quite a bit of headache for Nigeria.
Yeah, for Nigeria. So we're very, very sad if we have already lost Balahon Salami and maybe Ahmed Musa, which I don't pray. But I don't hope that we have a pool of players that can also replace them.
All right, Wolves defender Dominic Ayafa will only consider playing for Nigeria when he is 23 years old. This is according to his father, Dominic Ayafa Sr. The 19-year-old fullback has established himself at the English Championship side, and this week he was called up by the England under-21 team after featuring for the country at various 8th grade teams. however, says a lot is going on in Nigeria's age group teams, so he wants his son to focus on playing for Super Eagles when he's older and more mature. Can you just try and decipher, read what he means by a lot is going on in Nigerian
well,
age groups?
it's very, very sad because I think Henry Wosu caught the steel with national team at the age of 17. We have seen Theo Walcott, we have seen David Beckham, we have seen Wayne Rooney. These players played for their respective national team at a very young age. I don't know why Nigerians in diasporas are different. And most recently, I think that their parents should have learned from what happened to Gabriel Agbonahon.
Yeah.
You understand, here he was used for just 17 minutes in a friendly match, and since then he was forgotten. You understand, and nothing happened. And what happened to John Salako, the likes of John Fashanu. I think Nigerian parents who have their children playing football abroad should learn from that, because we have a long look at the issue of Chuba Agbom that said they have to give him the same thing with Jordan Ibe. That said they have to give him until about 2 years from now or next year, December, when he will turn 20 to decide. We have seen young people are doing wonderful with their respective country at the senior level, at top level. So I don't know why our own is different. But at the end of the day, I think for him to say the son will play, you understand, for Nigeria, I think it's also
when he's 23.
When he's 23, it's also a good news. Unlike Agbonahon, when the father did say at that time that he does not have influence over his son, refusal to play for Nigeria. For me, I think it's a very, very sad scenario.
All right, now Shooting Stars ended their 2-match losing streak with a hard-earned 2-1 win over Nasarawa United. In rescheduled week 24 tie in the Nigeria Pro Football League, Tayo Fabi and Sunday Adetunji were the goal scorers as Shooting Stars urged their opponents to pick maximum points. In other matches, a late second half goal by David Edo handed Giwa FC a 1-0 win over Rangers. Ifanyoba beat Akwa United 2-0, while Sharks and Lobby Stars settled for a goalless draw. Shooting Stars not having a very good time in the league. Last Sunday, I think they were beating 4-1.
Yeah, by Giwa FC. I think I give it to Gbenga Gumbota. You remember, if you may recall, the position where Shooting Stars were, they were on 19 on the log, very close to the relegation zone before Gbenga Gumbota. He did the same thing with Shaka Port Harcourt. Maybe it could be called as a miracle worker. So for me, I think what they've done, we have seen a rejuvenated Shooting Stars side. Don't forget the other time they went away and they were able to get a draw. And for me, beating Nasarawa United, who broke that things up at Kano Pillars, 12 years of not losing match inside Sani Abacha Stadium. You understand? So it was not meaningful. For beating Nasarawa United, I think I should give it to Shooting Stars.
So you think they have turned the corner?
Yes, they have done well for me, in my own expectation. So it's good. Don't forget, for the first time, it's very, very unprecedented in Nigerian football, recording, 24 away victory in this season alone. Give it to LMC, give it to NFF, and of course the referee.
So there's a lot to cheer as far as Nigerian League is concerned now.
Look at the fans, back in the stadium watching matches. And so somebody can go to some unfamiliar terrain to get a point, and without anything, any issue, there's no hooliganism anywhere. So I think that's a new dawn.
And all of that add up to make it very competitive as well.
Yes.
All right, Nigeria under-23 team defeated Ebonyi United 3-0 in a test game played at the FIFA Goal Project in Abuja. That was on Wednesday. Indi Freke Effiong and Ogenekaro Etebo were on the scorer's sheet, while Junior Ajayi and Daniel Eto were wasteful in front of goal. The Dream Team are drawn along with Ghana and Senegal in Group B of the All-Africa Games football event and are scheduled to depart the country for Brazzaville this weekend. Eddie, sometime last week, early this week, Siasia, said he had headache, making out his, list because of non-availability of players. But from what we're seeing so far,
it's not enough because don't forget yesterday Egyptian Federation announced they withdrew from the football events of All African Game, both men and women, and they were in the same